to another episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. Now, in our last episode, it was a bit of a clusterfuck, really. We went out of both the Champions League and the FA Cup, which was not fun, I have to say. I feel like in the FA Cup, it was a case of coin toss towards the end of that, and we lost the coin toss, so fair enough or whatever. But the Champions League, I was furious just because of the sheer lack of our ability to put chances in the net. It was ridiculous that I mean, obviously we had to go attacking once they went, but I just couldn't believe how clinical Ajax were, and compared to us, we were just useless in front of goal, and it was a shame. But you know, we still had the league to concentrate on, and I wanted to just really now just knuckle down and give it a crack. You never know what could happen. We could do the impossible and win the Premier League, which would be... I genuinely thought that we would win the Champions League in this save before any hope of winning a Premier League appeared, just because of how dominant Man United have been. But we've proven this year that, at home at least, anyway, we can beat them. We've done it in the FA Cup, and we've done it in the League Cup. We've beat them 1-0 and 3-2, I think, respectively, and we've drawn away at Old Trafford in the League Cup too. So we've actually played them 4 times this season and only lost 1-2, drawn 1. That's not a bad result, really, and we've got a home game against them in today's episode, which is crucial, really. But before that, we had to play one more game, and we did exactly that. We played against Everton, and would you believe it, we actually managed to win that as well. Now, that's all well and good. However, bad news is the fact that in this game, every substitution I made was because of injury. Ivancic, Archubi and Van Os all went off, because when it rains, ladies and gentlemen, oh, it motherfucking pours. And that's exactly what it did in this one. Thankfully, we actually... Everton were very, very good to start this game off and had a few really good chances, which Vega did well to keep out. Then, just before half-time, Augusto Archubi managed to put us 1-0 up. And this was after I'd already substituted Ivancic and Van Os. So I brought on... God, what did I even do? I can't even remember. Basically, what I did was... I'm just trying to think about this. Right, yeah, what I did was I brought Garrincha on for Tony Ivancic, and then put Robert Gray as a defensive midfielder, because he can kind of play there, not that well. And I brought on Jerry Parsons for Van Os and put Santos in the middle, which is kind of the way that worked. And then, of course, we had to bring off Archubi, but we did have a like-for-like replacement there, so it wasn't too much of a big deal. Eventually, when we were 1-0 up, what I ended up doing was pushing Gray back into like a back 5, but then having him play as like a cover, which meant that he's still technically a central defender, but he would act a bit like an anchor man, which means he was more comfortable in the role. And I think that made the difference, as Lucarelli put us 2-0 up from across from King Norman. So that happened. I'm not going to show the highlights of it just because, yeah, I mean, if you want to see the match stats, here are the match stats. 2 all on clear cuts. We were very lucky to get away with this one, but I would rather have that luck in games that matter. I mean, not that obviously it matters, but yeah. So we're going to be doing double live comp today against Manchester United and Chelsea, because they're crucial games. We're still 3 points behind United, so a win here would level it up. We'd be level on 84 points apiece. I think teams have won titles with less than that. But there you go. We're 5 clear of Manchester City now, as they have dropped points this month. And as you can see, we are 7 clear of Chelsea, with a game in hand on Chelsea as well now. So we could go 10 points clear of Chelsea. They've really dropped off the pace a little bit lately. They lost a really dodgy game, I think. I can't remember who it was. As you can see, we're top of the injury table as well, which is disappointing, but it happens. What I did want to check, though, was looking at stages and see how much teams required to win the league last year. So Manchester City would have required 88 points last season to win the league. So that's, 87 is quite high there. 88 for Man United the season before. 86 for Manchester City that year. 91. Chelsea got 91 points and didn't win the league. That's incredible. Chelsea got 85 that year and didn't win it. Man United got 75 that year, which is pretty low. 68 that year. Wow, 73, 79, 79, and so on and so forth. But my point is, last couple of seasons has been a little bit mental, and most years the sort of like the amount of points we've got at the moment is enough to win you the title. Some years, like that year, it would have won it. That year, it probably, well, given what we got coming up, would have won it. No chance that year. Would have come pretty close to winning it, I'd imagine. That year it's just insane. And Man United, yeah, okay, fair enough. But my point is that we've done very, very well this year, and I think that even if we don't win the title, we're going to have a massive points tally that is going to be just utterly just insane. Like, if we I think we could probably better Chelsea's points tally of 91 points and not winning the title at this rate. But anyway, let's get straight into things. So we're going to be missing players today. United playing that tactic we like to play against. Then again, I thought that when I played Stoke. But I don't know. Ooh. We're just going to have to do our best, basically. So we're going to be missing Van Os and Archubi. thankfully, Ivancic wasn't seriously injured, so he's fine. But Vanos and Archubi are going to be missing most of the rest of the season. I can't remember exactly. Archubi 3 to 4 weeks, so perhaps he might be back for the final games. And Vanos 4 to 5 weeks. There is a hope. No, there isn't. Those two are basically done for, which is a shame. Which means, of course, after that, and Lucarelli are going to come in. It's not the worst players to be able to bring in. The problem is we have to bring in David Borges into the centre because Borja Gomez. We've got Gomez, Musonda, Archubi, Milton Peralta, Vanos out. The key players there, Gomez, Archubi, Peralta, and Vanos are all out, and I think this is probably why we're not going to be able to beat Man United today, because we just don't have the full complement of players. Having to play Borges, Aftret, and Lucarelli from the start is not ideal. So that is why I don't think we're going to win this game. But we're going to do our bloody best to see if we can. We're apparently the favourites. I disagree massively, but we're going to give it a crack. I think we can get second in the league this year, and I think that's pretty much in the bag if we carry on playing well. But the hopes of the title, folks. We're certainly going to be on for one hell of a season, whatever happens. Millington, I imagine, will probably get to 50 goals, but I don't know. We've come so close on so many occasions this year. It almost feels like a massive failure, even though we've done so well in every single cup. What I might do next year, though, is not bother with the League Cup and just use those games to try out youth players instead, just for the entire way, as far as we get, purely because I don't want that to take over from other fixtures and end up with, lots of players out injured and whatnot. So, first chance of the... Really? Long throw goal? Cool. Well, like I said, when it rains it pours, folks. They've been better in the opening stages of this game, quite clearly. We do need to step it up a little bit against them, and win here would wrap up the title. Well, not wrap up the title, there's still 4 games to go, but if they win at Fratton Park here, where we are currently unbeaten this season, then that's basically the title. It's basically theirs after that point, We've had some shots, but we've not hit the target yet, and that's worrying. But we've looked decent in other areas. So here we go. Santos to Gray. We've certainly not looked outclassed by them. We're controlling the possession, which is good. We've had a lot of shots, but again, not hit the target. Ball in the back post. Lucarelli, great save. And again, and a good chance goes begging. And I think we might have another situation here where we're just going to miss all our chances in this game. I think that might be what's going to happen here. Right. They've had a lot more shots on target. We've only had the one, but it was a good chance. What do we do here? We're a goal down at half-time, but we just don't have that many options off the bench either. That's the problem, because of the lack of depth because of all the injuries. Right. I think basically in this last few stages of the season, we've just sort of, our lack of squad depth has finally just about caught up with us. But it's caught up with us a lot later than it has done in previous seasons, which I guess is a good thing. So, what do we do? What do we do? They are looking better here. We're going to have to make a change soon, and I might try and change the tactics soon as well. Not sure what to change, though. Oh, okay, we'll do it after this highlight. If this is an equaliser... Oh, wait, go on, long throw goal. No, didn't think so. I can't remember the last time we scored a goal from a throw-in. I don't think I've ever seen one. Oh, no. Well done, Robert Gray. I thought that was going to be a horrible defensive error, and that would pretty much sum up how we've been playing lately. Leonardi. The thing is, we managed to recover from that horrible game against Ajax with a really strong win against a good Everton side. A poor Everton side who played very well. But I guess the fact that they played that well is probably more testament to the... good save from Chalobah. Right, we need to make changes here. What do we need to change, though? This is the issue. Millington's not been at the races tonight. Marcio is looking for an opportunity to prove himself. I'm going to give him his chance. We're going to change some tactics around a little bit because Millington just hasn't been at it. He not really had the chance, to be fair. Right, what can we change? We're going to look for the overlap. We're going to whip some crosses in. We're going to pass the ball into space. We're going to just try and... I don't know. I really don't know. We're going to go overload it on 75th minute just to try and grasp something from this game if we can. Although I'm not too confident that it's going to make any difference to us. Right, next sub. What have we got? I don't really want to bring off Santos, but then... I'm not going to bring him off for the simple fact of... You might say, well, you need him for the rest of the season. Yeah, but if we don't win this, the rest of the season's basically meaningless. This is all that matters at the moment, is winning this game if we can. A draw really isn't good enough, unless Man United plan on dropping more points later on. I'm going to bring Tercio on for after that, who hasn't done that well today. Tercio, of course, is not particularly well tested, but I'd just like to see if he's capable of something. Right, we're going to throw it on overload, and we're going to give ourselves a team talk to say push forward. Marcio is the man that scores these types of goals, but I sense that they're not going to have it in them today. We've just not had the strongest team out. And Philippe Basto's come on I mean, when you can bring that off the bench, you know, when you can bring that off the bench, what chance have we got? Is there any more changes possible? Santos really should come off. Just to strengthen up, I don't know. It's we're not going to win this game. They've had the only clear-cut chance of the match, and they've won 1-0 really. So we can't really complain. I just didn't think we were going to get a chance to win this one, just because we've played. You know, we've had to play a weakened side. We need our strongest team basically if we have any hope of beating United. That's sort of the way it goes. You know, we can just about put up a Tercio. Oh my god! And of course, the glorious golden opportunity of the game goes begging, and that will be us done. I don't believe how close we came there to an unlikely, at least, you know, a draw would have kept us in the title race just by the skin of our teeth, but it does look as though we're going to be heading down now. Not heading down, what we're talking about, heading out here. It's been close on the good chances front, but that does look like it's going to be your lot. Tercio, edge of the area, back to nobody, and that is going to be 1-0 Man United. Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, well, I wouldn't say that, still, Sylvan. We've come... You know, we've come close against these sides. It's just United. When it matters, they've got your number. Wow. Well, there you go. That is the title gone. That means we're going to go another season without a trophy, which is insane considering how well we've played this season. And I feel that we've done well enough in this this season to deserve at least one trophy of some form, just overall. But we've not taken them, and we've not taken our chances when it mattered. In games like Ajax and that, we didn't take the chances put in front of them. The same in this game. So guys, what's going to happen is I'll join you now for the Chelsea games. We're going to do it anyway, because why the hell not? We're only like 12 minutes into the episode, so let's just do that. I'll join you guys for the Chelsea game in a minute. Right guys, we are back. We're playing the early kickoff today. United are away at Burnley, which isn't going to be easy, but let's face it, they're going to win the game. In fact, they're almost certainly going to win every game from now until the end of the season. Let's not beat around the bush. They're going to get like 99 points this season, I think. We can still try to go for our highest points tally since we joined the Premier League, and that's what we're going to try and do. Like against Chelsea today, we're the favourites, but they're playing a weird system, and I'm worried about what system to really play, because City have now caught up to 2 points from us now, because of course we lost and they won. Chelsea are still, 7 points behind us now, so I think the chances are, if we can beat, well actually I think if we beat Chelsea today, we will wrap up third spot, which is good, because that would mean automatic qualification for the Champions League group stages, no silly crap with that, so that's interesting. God, I can't believe the run we went on, and then, to be fair, that's only our third defeat in the league this season. We've been great, and United have just been better, and that's what I mean about, I don't think we're ever going to be able to really challenge for the Premier League, just because I think anything we can do, they can do better, is sort of the motto. We can knock them out of the cups, but not in the finals. We knocked them out of, earlier rounds, but then you just get knocked out by a later one when it really matters. But hey, it doesn't matter. We're just going to try and regroup next year and come up with an even better squad, basically, to try and tackle this for the long run. I think it has just come down to the fact that we've ended up just getting injuries, and it's cost us, really. I think we would have done better against United with a full plethora of talent. We are going to go with our standard home system against Chelsea. That's a better lineup, actually. Tercio I'd rather have in there, actually. So I'm worried about Chelsea's tactic a little bit, but then again, we've beaten Chelsea twice this season already, and they did play that tactic in both games. So that's something to note here. They played that same tactic when we played them in the Cup and beat them, and when we played them in the League and beat them. So hopefully, things will work for us again today. Now, of course, in the away games, we played a more defensive approach, of course, but we're the home team, which means we need to impose ourselves a bit more. But I don't think that should be a bad thing. If anything, that should make it slightly easier, but who knows? I think generally now we are actually a better team than Chelsea. And we have proven that over the course of this season, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to come here and screw us. But as long as we put in a solid performance, and as long as the players play well enough to where I can consider us unlucky if we don't win, then I'll be happy. Tercios through already here. Good start. Santos, maybe for a long shot. Go on, Santos. Ball, Millington. And it's off the post. Don't worry, it's offside. Only a few minutes played though, so we're okay. It's good to see that happen early on though, just to get a good little start on the board. I don't know, Chelsea aren't as scary as they were in the last couple of seasons. We've beaten them twice already this year, so that means that of course we are going to lose this one. And there's the first goal of the game, and is that Ryan Smith? It is Ryan Smith, the former Portsmouth and Cardiff City striker, scores against his old club. Obviously not, he's only here on loan, but we do trail at home to Chelsea, and oh god, we're going to end up coming fourth or something, aren't we, after the ridiculous coming fourth. Right, Well, we're a goal down. Actually, wait, no, I won't put it on attacking until such time as this highlight is done. Tercio. Oh, for fuck's... You know it's bad when you're starting to concede goals from your own corners now. Our strongest suit, Bekar, of course. He's... Oh, well... ooh! Bloody hell, good chance for Chelsea, though. They've been the better side to start with, which, of course... we just don't have the legs, I don't think, in us this season. We need to try... Oh, great tackle from Ivancic. Santos. Tercio around the corner. Millington's through here. Millington! And it's again saved. We just can't put the ball in the net lately. The chances have been there, but they've not gone in, and that has been the story. Like Millington's form... Oh, for fuck's sake. Millington's form going into these last few games has been phenomenal, which is why I'm, if anything, even more disappointed to see it flop like this, you know, considering how well we've actually played in these, not how well we've played, how well he was playing coming into all these games, and he's just sort of, it's a shame, but we can only do what we can do. I'm just going to try and get as many points as we can, but we need to come back here. We've been playing quite well. Tercio did the Giro. This time, don't lose the ball, son. Good strike, cleared off the line, cleared off the line, cleared off the line, cleared off the line. I mean, Jesus. What does it take to actually score a goal on this game anymore? Oh, and headed wide again. I mean, looking at that, I'd say we probably had the better of the first half, but yeah, we are a goal down because we cannot put the pissing ball in the net. Bekar, I'll probably find they'll score from a header now. Right, good guys. Good stuff. Tercio up the pitch. Obviously, he's no Van Os, but we can't expect that. We have to do our best with him in there. It's going to be a little bit of a interesting spell with him having to play there for the last sort of 4 or 5 games of the season, because it is going to give him a chance to test himself. You know, he's sort of slipped under the radar a bit at Portsmouth since we signed him, because he did join in January of last season. So Lucarelli wins the ball. Can he find a pass? He's usually quite good at these early crosses, and that's knocked down to Lucarelli. Go on, shoot. Oh, Marcelo win that. Oh, and it's come back to Gray. Bit further forward. Tercio's through on goal again. Tercio, well blocked. And he's offside this time. Okay, fair play. But we've looked good in this game. In this first half, we've looked good. And now Spilicueta's now injured for Chelsea. That's good. That removes one of their options, which is those long throws. First half, we were probably the better side overall, but they're leaving 1-0, and that's how it is. That's the way our little luck has gone now. We were on a really bad streak of luck in our last couple of games. And in this second half, we just need to really turn up the heat on them a little bit. And I want to win this game. A draw would... Okay, the draw would be okay, because it would pretty much give us a great opportunity to wrap up third place in our next match. But I really want to come second and push United as far as possible. Santos, oh lord. I don't know what that was. But it just seems that everything's kind of gone off the boil for us lately. But we still look like a really strong outfit, and that's good to see. Next season, with the right introductions and the right players, I don't know how much we're going to get in terms of transfer money. That is the question. I won't... Depends how much I'll really need. But I'll take what I can get. Millington, there we go. 1-1 at Fratton Park, and that is bloody deserved. 49th goal of the season. He only needs one more for the big 50, and I think he's got... I mean, that's terrible defending from Chelsea. Tercio does well to knock this round the corner through the legs there, and Millington with a good finish. But I think there's more goals in this game yet for us. We're looking like the better side, and we deserve to be winning this, really. So let's go and do that. Let's not lay down and die here. Chelsea are a good team, but we're better, and everything has suggested that. Go on, that's it. Lucarelli, win your header. They're probably going to come back at us a little bit more now. Ryan Smith. Oh, oh dear. So there you go. Back behind again. We go again, I guess. Oh, I love it when we get a score from these sort of angles. I mean, why is he going with his feet? And he's not even a bad goalkeeper. It's just... Right, okay, we're back behind again. I think the rest of the season could end up being like this after it. Can he play it through? Goes for Santos. Good save again, and another chance goes begging for Portsmouth. Ah, my life. I think, yeah, like I said, this could be the story of the rest of our season, really. It's just these sort of results where we're quite clearly on top of the match. Look at it. Everything is in our favour, except for the one bit that matters, really. And that's all that they'll care about, and rightly so. Right, we can't really get anyone in the centre. Millington might have got one goal for us, but I'm sorry. Actually, no, screw it. Marcio's not been doing that great. I've been picking him off the bench just because of his past successes. I'm going to give Pipoca a chance. He's only scored one goal for us, but if he's going to start scoring, he needs to start doing it soon, and now would be the ideal time for him to start doing that. If he could, that would be just ideal. Right, we might have to throw it on overload in about 2 or 3 minutes just to... Right, good save from Belongo there. I say good save. It was quite a weak shot from Bekar. I I'm going to have to go out and just look for the best right back I can possibly find for next season, and spend a shitload of budget on it, because, you know, we're quite good in a lot of areas of this team now. So, and right backs aren't usually that. That was a good chance. Well created, badly defended, and they deserve the goal for that. But what are we doing? It's just another case of them being able to score all their chances and us not putting them away. Right, attacking. I mean, we're not going to win this game now or do anything other than lose. I'm pretty certain of that, but we've got to give it a go. It's depressing. It's a shame when you see all this happening and you're just like, why are we suddenly not taking our chances? Just overnight, it's just like by magic we've just stopped taking chances. I'd love to know how many chances to goal, like what our decent chances to goals ratio is over the last few games. It must be absolutely woeful, compared to our opposition, who've just been clinical as hell. We may as well push right up and try to just clatter them for the last 13 minutes, but I can't see it happening. Oh, of course. Well, we can't do much about that, can we? Other than move Garrincha out there and Gray into the centre, I suppose. Not ideal, but what choice have we got? And Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm just disappointed to lose by so many goals in a... Oh, you're kidding me. In a game that, again, we've matched them at least. We're losing 4-1. I mean, you couldn't make it up, could you? We've just continually... What is this goal mouthness? Well done, Ryan Smith, as well, though. Has he put all 4 chances away? I think he scored 4 times against us today. That is incredibly impressive for him, but I don't know what we're playing at. Pipoca, and it's saved. I mean, we've had double the number of shots they have, more than them on target, leveled neck and neck with the chances created, and we've lost 4-1 because we just can't score. Okay, well, I'm just thinking, over our last couple of games, has our opposition scored every single chance they've got? I'm just thinking about this, because Ajax, no, they got 8, didn't they, and they scored 6. I'm just in total tatters with this crap now. Not crap, I mean, it happens, really, I suppose. It's just happened all at once. I think it happened all at once last season, too. We got this really bad bump, and we just couldn't shake it. That's a disgraceful performance, and, well, let's see if City win, which they almost certainly will do. We're going to have a battle on our hands not to get knocked out of the top 4, not top 4, we're almost certainly going to get top 4, and City have, of course, won 3-1. Not that that's a big surprise. Let's see how United do. They can pretty much wrap up the title, I think, with a win here, which they've drawn. Of course they've drawn. They're happy to draw when you don't win. So what would that have put us? See, that's the thing. If we'd have won that instead, we'd only be 3 points behind United again, and there would be that sliver of hope. But we're 4 points ahead of Chelsea with 3 games to go. I still think we will get that spot, and we are 11 points clear of Arsenal. So unless they win their game in hand, which they probably will do, we're going to be in they'll be in trouble. So I think we are going to get top 4, but I think we've deserved more than that really from this season. But there you go. Millington, 33 goals in the league now. He's got to be the league's top goal scorer this year. I think that's good. At least if he's not in the team of the year this time, I'll be fucking furious. But there we go. So in our next episode, we're going to wrap up and do the last 3 games. We've got QPR, Stoke, and Cardiff City. 2 away games in there as well, so toughies. Well, we've lost 4 of our last 5. That's not good. So we'll do our best to get there, and we'll obviously do a squad report and whatnot in the last day. And then, of course, after that, we're going to go and try and spend some money, because we need to, basically. So, if you guys like what you've seen, please drop a like on the episode, and if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for the game against Stoke, and hopefully we're going to be on a decent points tally by that point. I'd like to try and win all 3 and get ourselves 90 points for the season or something stupid like that, and still end up being like 3rd or something. So, I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.